Okay, one thing I want to bring up is refusing cultural brainwashing, because according to the culture, those are the only people who are supposed to be in love, right? Young people who are model pretty. And this lives inside us, right? Okay, I was talking on one of the Opening to Love evenings. I had watched, anybody seen that movie? Was it called The Holiday, Karina?
Yeah, The Holiday.
Has anybody seen that? It's with Jude Law and Cameron Diaz play the pretty people. And then supposedly, what's her name? Kate Winslet supposedly is not the pretty one. I'm like, what? And Jack Black, who if you look at him is actually very handsome. He's supposed to be the not attractive one also. And the two ones that look like that get to be all sexy and in bed with each other, and the other two have a chaste kiss. So it's like, it's insidious, as we know. So we have to work on this brainwashing that's inside ourselves, not only as human beings, but as daters and as going out in the field, because we are carrying it inside ourselves, and we imagine that everyone else is assuming, since we're not those two people, that we're not supposed to be dating. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I see a few people nodding. Okay? So we think, oh, I'm over this. You know, I think everybody's beautiful. But we're carrying it inside, and it takes work to overcome this brainwashing. Does anybody know the lady on the left?
Yeah.
Accidental icon. Her name's Lynn Slater. She's 65 years old. She's a PhD social work professor. She decided later in life that the part of herself that she hadn't developed enough was fashion. She'd always been interested in it. She decided, I'm going to go for it. Her partner is a professional photographer. She started an Instagram feed, and last year in 2018, she was named Fashion Blogger of the Year, even though fashion blogging is primarily people in their 20s. She's changing the whole cultural ideal. This woman up on the top, I don't know who she is, but I can't imagine anyone doesn't find her wildly sexy. And Mr. Dad Bod here, there was a recent study of college-age women who said they would most like to have a boyfriend with a dad bod, because they know he's the kind of guy that's going to want to take care of the kids. Okay? So we need to be instilling these images in ourselves. As you may have heard me say, I started Pinterest. Did I tell this group this, or was it one of the other ones? I started a Pinterest board for myself of hot, sexy women over 50, over 60. I'm going to start, I've got some women who are 70, 80 on there, and I look at it to remind myself that I'm not into this cultural brainwashing. I follow Accidental Icon. I follow some other women to continually be counteracting these images of who's sexy and who isn't. The brainwashing is deep, and we have to work to get over this idea that only so-called pretty people are the people who are supposed to be in love. Okay? It's insidious. All right? And then, because then we also go out and we see people just because they're pretty, we think that's a candidate for me. And like Vince was saying, we have no idea by how a person looks if that's a candidate for me. Okay? We go, oh, that one looks like the cultural ideal. That's the one I'm interested in. And it may or may not be. So this is one thing I would suggest working on in ourselves in whatever way that works for you. So I am exposing myself on my Instagram feed daily, all day long. Actually, I'm completely addicted to images of very attractive people, my own age, my own size, my own whatever. Okay? To get over this idea that those people. For anybody who thinks that men, who's still stuck thinking that men only like younger women, this is a beer I had in West Virginia. Cougar Bait, for young men to drink to make themselves more attractive to older women. Okay? I've seen Cougar Bait t-shirts. I've seen Cougar Bait billboards. Okay? So we have to expose ourselves to these images to get over this idea that there's no reason that I'm not the cultural ideal.